This table below summarizes the result from 984 pedestrian deaths that were caused by automobile accidents. And let's look at the columns first. The first column means during the automobile accident, the pedestrian was intoxicated. And the second column means the pedestrian was not intoxicated. And then let's look at those two rows. The first row means the driver was intoxicated. And the second row means the driver was not intoxicated. Now let's look at the next three questions. If one of the pedestrian deaths is randomly selected, find the probability that, let me highlight this, the driver was not intoxicated, but the pedestrian was. So the second row means the driver was not intoxicated. And the first column means the pedestrian was intoxicated. Where is the intersection? The intersection is that 289. This is the case. The driver was not intoxicated, but the pedestrian was. So we have 289 cases out of 984 cases such that the pedestrian was intoxicated and the driver was not. Now, I will let you finish the question all by yourself. Just want to point out that the final answer needs to be in decimals, and you need to round your answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, so that is the first question. The second question, we would like to find the case when the driver was intoxicated. So let me erase the highlighter. When is the case the driver was intoxicated? This is the case. So we could have the driver was intoxicated and the pedestrian was also intoxicated, and we could have the driver was intoxicated but the pedestrian was not intoxicated. But in this case, we only care about the driver, so we won't look at the details for the pedestrian. We just look at the first row. That is when the driver was intoxicated. And that will be 48 plus 85 out of all 984 cases. And remember to enter a decimal and round your answer to 2 decimal places. Now the last case, that is when the driver was intoxicated or, so it could be either one of the following, or the pedestrian was. Let me double check, was. So it's yes for the driver and also yes for the pedestrian. Notice in this case, we have some overlap over here. There's 28 cases when both the driver and the pedestrian was intoxicated, but we only counted once. So let's look at the 3 cells that are highlighted. That is 48 plus 85 plus 989 over 984 cases. And once again, that 28, even though it include in both cases, we only counted once. And this is at the end of my recording. If you have any more questions, please do ask me.